why insurance companies are never ever going after manufacturers. So let's imagine, just in the imaginary world, manufacturer comes out and creates warranty claim, unlimited wind warranty, right? And then next thing, wind blows and shingles gets on the ground. Or 130-mile wind warranty and shingles on the ground after 30 miles. Why it's always a claim and never a manufacturer claim? Why we always go after insurance and never go after manufacturer? Because contractors know products, siding, flat roofs, asphalt shingles, they all fail. They're not performing as advertised, but somehow it's always an insurance claim even when it shouldn't, and I never could understand it. Please, Steve, you're smiling.
Wow, this is the best question of the night, and I had no idea it was coming. So the first 20 years of my career, I was a plaintiff's lawyer. I'm working on a contingency fee, but my clients were insurance companies. Once we paid a claim, we had the right to sue whoever was at fault. So for the first 10 years of my career, all I did was sue people who put on crappy roofs. Right? And that's what I learned. I went down to Hurricane Andrew, or Miami after Hurricane Andrew, and I sued a bunch of contractors who put on bad roofs that blew off in the hurricane. I sued engineers who misproperly designed the roofs. My insurance companies would pay the claims, then I would sue them. I sued manufacturers of roofing products whose products failed in reasonably foreseeable hail events. The old PVC products, I settled against a manufacturer for $11 million on a couple of settlements. Just recently, I settled a lawsuit in Colorado. This is all subrogation. Settled a matter in Colorado against the manufacturer of a TPO roof that failed in a moderate hailstorm. So I agree, all right? The manufacturers should not put out a product that they know is going to fail in a reasonably foreseeable hail event or wind event. And I'll tell you, one of the things that's been percolating in my mind that really bothers me, that if I have the energy to do, is I would love to file a class action lawsuit against manufacturers who put out a shingle in Texas that they know will fail in a reasonably foreseeable hailstorm. They shouldn't do that, right? Why should you put out a product that you know is going to fail in a hailstorm that comes along every year and get away with it? So that's something we all have a collective interest in addressing. Or if not a lawsuit, why don't we change our building codes in Texas to only require or only allow Class 4 rated shingles?
Thank you for that. That's probably why deep inside I always liked you. Chad?
So what's not supposed to happen is the policyholder puts in a legitimate claim for hail and wind damage, and it's storm damage, but there's also defective shingles. And the insurance company misrepresents to the insured, hey, your claim's denied, this is defective shingles. And this has happened. Actually, I took it to trial, and it turns out State Farm didn't know anything about subrogation or how that works with defective shingles. But basically, there was one bag of shingles, and they were defective. It was pretty obvious. The roof was about 8.5 years old, and one square that was sporadically put up on the roof had tiger striping to it. Well, the way that it should work is the way that Steve had explained it. You put the insurance claim in, it should have been paid. Obviously, it didn't. We went all the way to trial with it and found out how little State Farm knew about their rights to subrogate against the roofing material manufacturer. And once the claim is filed with the insurance company, the insured doesn't even have the right to go after that warranty. It's owned by the insurance carrier. So even if the policyholder wanted to go after the manufacturer at that time, they can't for that reason. But that's the way it's supposed to work.
Any reply to that?
I welcome the opportunity to work with building owners. When they believe that their roof has failed because of a faulty product, I'd love to work with them in going after the manufacturer under a warranty claim. let's do it together and go after them. Now, this whole issue of whether insurance companies can deny a claim for faulty workmanship or faulty materials, that raises some thorny coverage questions. I will tell you the thing that comes up all the time that is, there's a lot of confusion. Let's assume we've got an old hardy slate type tile roof and 10 tiles are hit by hail. We all agree those 10 have to be replaced. But when you go up and try to replace that roof and walk around, all the other tiles are coming apart because it's such an old crappy product. All right? Just because of that, my client doesn't owe for the whole roof because it can't be repaired because it's defective. All right, we still only owe for the damage to the product itself. We don't owe an entire roof simply because the remainder of the roof is defective. That's the All Saints Catholic Church case from Texas. I'll send it to you. All right, and then that's an area of a lot of confusion. We all should be clear on that.